Hi, I'm Dr. Brad Harmon with Harmon Dental Center, Louisville, Kentucky. When I went to undergrad, all I wanted to do was play football, and I asked if that was a major, and they said, no, it's not. So I had a pretty strong aptitude for mathematics, and so they said, well, you can be a math major. And I said, okay, can I play football? And they said, sure. And then I got out, and I realized that wasn't really what I wanted to do with life. And so I got into the Army, and it was in the dental unit, and I started to see what these servicemen and women did for a living in dentistry, and it kind of really opened my eyes, because as a kid, I had the typical dental experience, and then I really started to see what was possible in the field, and I got really excited about it. So I started to pursue a career in dentistry. In dental school, I really had a surgical focus. My goal was to do a lot of surgery, but I love being a general dentist because I love the continuity of care. I love those relationships that I get to form with patients and seeing them often. But I had a passion for implants and surgery very early on. So really right out of school, I started taking courses in implantology. I always say that, I pour into myself for continuing education and make sure that I'm the best that I can offer clinically. And our team, we pour into them both with clinical expertise, but also just customer service. And I harp on this a lot with our team, and that is that we provide excellent clinical care and excellent customer service. It's experience, it's patient experience. I think this sets us apart, trying to perfect that craft. Customer service is really important really in any field, but I think especially in dentistry because we're a field that's feared. And fear of the dentist is a barrier to treatment. We try to make it as easy as possible by just treating them well. Treating human beings like human beings. It really does. It really is that simple. And I think when you do that, you really break down the barriers, the fear, the anxiety of going to the dentist. My wife literally works here, so I would say we're a family practice for families by families, and the rest of our team is really just an extension of our family. So we really spend a lot of time together. We're not as work, coworkers. We spend time outside of the office. We just enjoy time together. And so I think when you lean into each other and do life together like that, we serve our patients better. And a lot of our patients have become our dear friends. It's a very tight-knit community here and tight-knit team. We're a very technologically forward office, and we're always including new technologies in our workflows. So, as things evolve and technology becomes available, we adopt them quickly. But we always had digital technology. We always had paperless charts. We always had digital x-rays, intraoral cameras, all the latest, greatest technology that we could have. And then later, as they became available, we had digital scanners, and we had 3D printers, and we have milling devices to help, expedite treatment, 3D x-rays, things like that, that as they've come along, we've just adapted that technology. The science is science, and it's always going to be the foundation of what we do, but almost none of the way I practice now is the way I learned it in dental school. We're always getting better because new research is emerging. So not only do we have to be clinical people, but we also have to be business people, and we have to treat people well and run a business and make sure that it has enough resources to take care of people again tomorrow and next week and next year. And so we do that very mindfully through the way that we treat people. We are very mindful in how the technology that we invest in and the people that we invest in. In dental school, we learn how to become dentists. We invest in this technology, we invest in this treatment because we want to serve the community. We want to serve the people of Kentucky and Louisville and the surrounding areas to really bring this treatment to the community. At Harmon Dental Center, we're committed to your comfort. We're committed to the quality care and your patient experience. That's why we're here. So please give us an opportunity, come in, see what our practice is about, see how we can care for you and improve your oral health.